Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, part 2 of the kitchen floor. As riveting as it is, I apologise for it taking a bit of time. I've been a little bit distracted with what's going on up there, which is partly why I'm covered in plaster. And also, as of next week, there is stuff going on over there, which is more exciting. So let's get into part 2 of the kitchen floor, and you'll be pleased to know that how I drilled the holes for the radiator pipes isn't in the end of this either. He's got his own video because frankly it got out of hand, but that will probably be up by the time you're watching this anyway. So yeah, back to the kitchen floor. Next day, ran out of daylight and but as you can see, made some headway. About a third of the floor down, glued. Let's make that open. Right, Dave? Yeah, so just going to crack on with it and probably lay the tiles out, do the cuts, pick them up, put some glue down. Yeah, stay tuned. Hope we get it finished today. So yeah, tiles all done. Well, except this one here. Waiting for the hole saws to turn up and put holes for the radiator pipes. Hopefully they're going to turn up today, and then yeah, I get the radiator hung pipes through the wall, because not a lie, it's a bit cold. So anyway, yeah, all done, great done. Right, not done yet. So I did a little test here in the corner, which would be under the cabinets. I have the issue with the colour when it dries, eventually. Although, a little bit disappointed with the grout. Not used in manufacturing before, but used stuff with the compound, the Weber stuff, which was pretty good. The grout, less so. Inconsistent colour, and it seems to shrink as well, which really upsets me. Unfortunately, can't seem to get hold of any Mapai products here, other than on highly overpriced on Amazon. So I have to go with what I've got. Hopefully, it'll sort itself out. Now, I dare say the temperature isn't helping, but the inconsistency in the colour as it dries out rather than going off bothers me. I haven't got a lot of choice, I'd say. Anyway, we'll go with that, and hopefully the whole tools turn up, radiator hung, get some heat in here. Maybe the guys are going to turn up and fit the windows, because that's not helping with the temperature, and it is actually snowing outside. Yeah, hopefully they're going to turn up and do that, put the windows into that, in the doors. And we shall also be vertical, or better. On with the grouting. At this point, you have to wonder why there's no footage of me washing the floor and the grout and doing all that stuff with buckets of water and sponges. As this appears to be footage of me going back over the grout in a vain attempt to improve it. I can tell you exactly where that footage is. So, yeah, a man from the window company did in fact turn up at a fairly inopportune moment when I was grouting the floor to fit the glass to the back door and the French doors in the kitchen. And at some point when I was washing the bucket out, he went back to the factory, left the back door propped up in the doorway. Dave the dog knocked over, broke the glass for that door. And yeah, so filming myself washing the kitchen floor was fairly low on the list of priorities at that point. You'll notice in this here clip that there is in fact glass in the doors and also 4 inches of snow outside in the yard. Suffice to say, the floor did get grouted eventually. I then actually managed to get hold of some terracotta Mapai grout for a reasonable price. So I then spent 5 days raking the Weber grout out of the floor because I'm insane, and everybody told me I was insane for doing so. But having spent the extra X amount on the tiles for the kitchen floor so that every morning I didn't walk in there and go, I wish I spent the extra $50 or whatever it was on the slightly nicer tiles, I wouldn't then do the same thing with the grout. So 2 years down the line, yeah, that is the case. I don't walk in the kitchen and go, look at the floor and go, I wish I'd sorted the grout out, because I did. Cause I'm mental. Anyway, what's a wrap for this video? Clearly, because you're speaking to me from the present. Yeah, that's that. Although it's not that, is it? Because there's still plenty more to come. At the time of recording this, 95 of you lunatics have subscribed to my channel, for which I'm eternally grateful. Some of you have even left some comments. Some have liked it. If a few more of you watching this would have actually got this far, God bless you, would like to subscribe, comment, hit the thumbs up and all that good stuff. Apparently it helps with the algorithm. That's what everybody else on YouTube says. Apparently, algorithm, I'm just regurgitating words I've heard other people use. Looking forward to next video. Yeah, some pesky holes in the tile. See you then. Okay, so just got to stop saying, okay, so, right, yeah. I've lost my thread now.